one reason I hear people say they are against the split is because we'll have to use all the money to build new district office buildings, bus garages, nutrition services, etc. Is this true, or are there other options so we aren't starting from scratch?
So I've started saying this out loud in meetings in the last week, and I don't know how much trouble I'm going to get in for saying it. But yes, there are really solid plans in place. I'll just give you an example for the transportation, the district office. So we've had discussions with the city of Saratoga Springs. So Saratoga Springs is in the midst of building a brand new city and building and library. They plan to be finished with that in November of next year, which is when a new school district board would be elected if Prop 14 passes on the ballot. So one of the discussions that we've had is potentially renting that building for a very, very low cost kind of a dynamic so that we can spread out the cost of that over multiple years. So I think the initial investment in a district office will be very, very low as far as like a financial impact. We've also had conversations about the service bays that are necessary for Transportation West. So one of the challenges with Transportation West is that they don't have service bays. They essentially are kind of like a glorified parking lot. And we need to be able to have bays to kind of complete work. The city has talked about expanding their maintenance. We've talked about whether or not we would pursue potentially, a relationship with them, a contract. I will also say that there have been discussions about different property that potentially be a better fit long term for the service bays. Once again, I see that as being kind of a multi-year process that really is drawn out. So it will not, I think there's a perception that we have to, immediately drop like $50 million to invest in infrastructure. And that is really, really incorrect. Basically, the cities that we work with, we have the same taxpayers. And so we are very focused on making sure that we can get those needs met in a situation where we are not incurring a ton of infrastructure costs, but able to really kind of do those out over several years, which would be a really minimal impact on the budget.